All right, quick taster of what's to come. Here is my rear camera, and kablam.
Ooh, can't touch this. Oh, Blake, so smooth and chill about that bike flying into him.
That does look like a Renaissance painting when that guy is crashing the Capitol in the background. And then here's actual footage of somebody who went down. You can see Bobby and I bump shoulders really hard. Somehow we don't get involved in the crash. Pretty crazy. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. I have the pleasure of doing another joint commentary with Gas Station Food Cyclist.
Howdy.
What's up, dude? Welcome back.
Yeah.
Also known as Mothman.
Bummer I couldn't have been at this one. I was sitting on the couch with my leg in a brace. Yeah,
you missed a fast one, man. This is the Boise Twilight Criterium. I flew out on a Saturday, raced Saturday night, flew back on a Sunday morning. It was a crazy weekend. But yeah, I wasn't kidding. That was there was a 31 mile an hour average day. You can see the course is pretty straightforward.
Four
corner crit, smooth pavement. It's got all the heavy hitters. It's part of the USA Crits. And I don't know, what do we say about this race? Team Legion, the full Legion squad in effect here up towards the front. And I'm not going to lie, I chose a pretty good time to start here because it's one of the few times I'm up towards the front.
Yeah.
It was so fast, and like I just couldn't get a good handle on this course. As easy as it may seem, it's like people were just divey on every corner and like taking big risks, and I was like not having any of it. So I was really struggling this race, but like I said, I did make my way towards up towards the front right here, and you guys can just see the level of effort it takes to stay up here.
Yeah, I mean, Legion now with the fourth or fifth Williams brother, Tyler Williams in here, their squad has really been shaping up, and they've got a lot of hitters. I mean, they're a force to be reckoned with at all these USA Crits, just watching. And then even at San Rafael, too, they just, like, tore the field apart. That race was fast. Yeah, I mean, Legion's really just killing the game right now.
Yeah, they can't really do anything wrong. They got the recipe for success. And speaking of Tyler Williams, I'm on his wheel right here. You guys have seen him in my other videos. He is super strong, you name it, breakaway, sprint. He checks back right here. And it's like, this is a wheel I just have to follow. But look at it's like I reached 1,300 watts.
Just following him.
Just following.
And you know he could do that effort for way longer.
Yeah. And then I'm up at like 600 for a while, and now we're setting up for this corner. But like, I've just got my head down right here, and I'm like, oh, this is a great move. This has a Legion guy in it, one of the stronger breakaway guys on Legion, and
you got eight
in a local race we would have
right behind you right now, or
yeah, and there's Cooper, so it's like this is the right mix. I'm not even looking back. I assume we have like a 10-second gap.
Yeah.
And we don't. It's just single file. In a local race, we'd have like a 10 or 15-second gap. But yeah, here I am again at like 800 watts. It's just like unrelenting speed in this group. Yeah. And I just want to be up here in the mix, take good corners, and maybe make something happen in a breakaway. But I'm realizing right now that I'm like way over my head.
Yeah, it's so strung out. I mean, that's really the difference between like a local crit series and your Division I USA crits. It's like what it takes to actually get away, get a gap, or even just be up in the mix. Like you know that that would be winning form on a local crit day, but on this course, you're just up in the mix and you're happy to be there.
Yep. And then the big counter goes, and it's like I can't do that twice in a row. Shit, I'm going to be starting to lose places through these corners now because I'm just trying to catch my breath.
Yeah.
But you can see the riders up here towards the front. No surprise, the big teams are represented, the fastest guys in the country are represented, and let's fast forward a bit to maybe towards the end of the race. All right, we fast forward a little I want to say about halfway through the race, and I've lost my good position. Number one, I'm still indecent. I'm still like the front half, but
there's people strung out behind you.
Yeah, I'm still definitely looking for chances to move up here, and as I move up on the right, this is when it kind of hits the fan, and we're going to slow it down so we can talk about what happens. Cross wheels up there in front, you can see Bobby, my teammate on the left, squeezing brakes, moving right to avoid it, and like we basically shoulder check right about there. And
a gentleman shoulder check, and you make it around.
Yep, but our teammate Matt wasn't so lucky, so Matt heal up. He's got a broken something or other in his shoulder.
Yeah, literally the smallest bone in his shoulder that he could have broke.
Yeah.
Um,
But he'll be back. He'll be back in a couple more weeks. Dude's already on the trainer. He's a hard man.
Well, so for that crash, you're going into that 32 miles an hour and you pop out of it at 26 miles an hour. Like, so they crash somewhere around 30 miles an hour. That's a hard crash. Matt didn't skid when he crashed. He just went down hard and kind of came to a stop, and that's really how you break stuff. Like, you don't end up with a lot of road rash when you crash like that. You just end up braking internally versus like what you did at Alviso the other day where you crashed like at pretty high speed.
Power slide, yeah.
But you power slid, almost took your nipple off. Oh, so you see the hands coming out. You're coming to the neutral start. You want to talk about how this kind of goes down, what it's like when a neutral stop happens?
Yeah, so the first thing you do is you pound a beer from a fan. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't do that. I was tempted.
That's what I would have been doing.
People were offering me like ice cold beer. I was like, oh my God, it looks so good. No, I pounded a cold water. I filled up my bottle. And you saw I moved up a little bit on the right. So the course is closed. There was somebody who didn't immediately get up. Fortunately, everyone was okay other than, our teammate who broke a bone in his shoulder. Nothing worse than that, though. And this is a good opportunity to kind of like find your teammates, reevaluate what's going on.
You see that guy adjusting his cleats right in front of you.
Yeah.
Like, taking any opportunities just to, like...
Cover yourself in water, because it was hot in Boise. So I, like, doused myself in water and basically cool down and just try to, like, regroup. But they did open the course back up in just a few minutes.
Was there a break up the road or anything?
No.
Okay, so that's nice because like sometimes you have neutral stops like this due to crashes and a brake will be up the road and then they have to do that awful thing where they let the brake go and they start a timer. But it's not like they have that flying lap start where they get to start with speed. They like literally go from a dead stop after being sitting around for like 5 minutes and then they immediately get caught. That kind of happened at Athens Twilights a few years ago.
Yeah, that happened in Intelligentsia, one of the stages in Intelligentsia. I'll make a video about that, but there was a, like you said, there was a break. They let them go, and that start is always so hard. It's a cold start, and your legs might feel good because you haven't been pushing watts, but like it takes a second for you to like warm back up. It's kind of a weird feeling right when you get going.
Yeah, and then the field behind you is like, super hungry.
Yeah.
Teeth glaring, right?
Oh yeah. So actually, let's skip forward then to like the last few laps. We'll talk about how the finish of this race plays out.
Cool.
All right, we have fast forwarded. We have 8 laps to go, and we'll just play it out from here because it's pretty chaotic last 8 laps, and I think there's a lot to talk about. See, I've jumped on this Avolo train, and actually I was on their wheel for a couple of laps before this. They moved me up into pretty good position. You can see I'm maybe 20th wheel right here or something like that. And right now, Legion is at the front, and they're controlling things, and it is really fast because that's what they do. But
Legion's almost like the Team Sky of American crit racing, where they have just amassed this armada that sits at the front and drills it at their pace, and everyone else is at their mercy.
And you can see what they just did coming into that corner. They love doing it. It's like what the Mike Spikes lead out does. You stay on the inside, drill it on the inside, and then you swing left in this case to the outside, and then you take the corner from the outside like you're supposed to. But it prevents anybody from moving up because they want to control the front, but they don't want to burn all their guys up in the process. So they want to. Well, that was a good line right there. I just moved it up a few spots.
Yeah. Well, if you look at in the orange coming up on your left side, that's Ty Magner, former pro crit champ, coming up trying to make some positions up.
Yeah. So, I should have held that wheel, but that guy's just bouncing around up there. Like it's just so dicey. And plus, I'm tired. Like 172 beats per minute's a lot for me. Like I said earlier in this video, I wasn't the best at taking these corners. I was using brakes when I shouldn't have. I spoke with Bobby after, and this is like Bobby's course. Bobby, our teammate, by the way, he grabbed a couple of preems. He had a really good race, and he told me, he's like, dude, I wasn't even like. I was on the drops, but on the flat spot. Like, I was not touching brakes this whole race. And I'm like, you got to teach me how to corner then, because I was on brakes. I was, like, avoiding people just, like, dive bombing corners. And I was just not smooth. But you can see the result of that is I'm losing wheels. I probably should still be on the back of that Avolo train up there on the right.
Yeah, I mean, when you talk to Bobby about stuff like this, he always talks about like how it's easy and how you just don't think about it.
Yeah, 31 miles an hour average easy.
Yeah.
But I'm still in the hunt here. I'm not in the best position. You can see how dicey these corners are getting. Legion's at the front. They're controlling things, and like I was saying, they set a pace that that is just slowly increasing in speed because they don't want to like. They could just drill it at the front right now if they wanted to, but they would lose all their guys. So they want to set a pace where people aren't going to pass them and no faster. You know what I mean? And they do have like a lot of respect in the peloton, and when they hit the front, like people are content with them setting the pace at the front. Everyone's just kind of right here, the position I'm in. This is the washing machine. Everyone's fighting for the back of their lead-out train, but only a couple of people can be there. So that's why this is so dicey back here.
Well, I mean, and if anyone saw the Tulsa race where the Texas Roadhouse team was trying to usurp the Legion lead-out train, and you had Downey Summerhill going elbow to elbow with one of the Legion lead-out guys trying to lead out Holloway, and then Justin just like still taking the God line and just, you know, winning no problem. Danny Summerhill and Dan Holloway are, you know, they're great cyclists of our generation. They're great crit riders, great on the track, great on, you know, road bikes. It's just amazing how good the Legion team is that they could go toe-to-toe with guys that are probably going to be at the Tokyo Olympics on the track and, you know, still just wins so easily.
They certainly make it look easy, that's for sure. And you can see this line they're taking from the right to the left, setting up for this corner. And you can probably look at my power like I'm surging up to 500, 600, 700, 800 watts through these corners, and then I'm coasting, and that is like not an efficient way to ride. You know that the guys up towards the front, especially the guys in the Legion train, they are doing this very like consistent effort because this course is so smooth and flat and the corners are so wide. You can just pedal through every corner if you're taking the ideal line, but when it's like 4 riders wide like it is through here, you're forced to take a less than ideal line. And here I am like up against the barriers, kind of scary. Because, you know, if your bars touch that for 1 second, you're going to face plant.
Yeah, I mean, you hit the apex of that turn at 34 miles an hour.
But I have to take it outside here. You never want to take the outside if you don't have to. And you can see I had to go pretty hard through that corner. Now I'm up at 700, and it's just not efficient. Like this is not, even if I can make it up towards the front right here, which I probably can't, I would have like nothing left over for the sprint.
Yeah. I mean, Josh Carling's doing a good job on your wheel right now, getting himself into position. He had a really strong finish at this race, a NorCal guy.
Yeah, 13th, right? That's like really impressive.
Yeah. I mean, Josh always he kind of has that ability. Like you put him in any field, he's going to kind of end up in that like upper sprint position, just because he has like the age and experience to do what it takes to get up to where you need to be, sort of thing.
Yeah, he's thinking about moving up right here. I'm thinking about, this is 3 to go. He's thinking about moving up. I'm thinking about, like, how can I hold my position? My heart rate's pretty pegged right here. I am tired. Like, this was not a good day for me. It was close to 100 degrees, and I was just melting away in the heat. And, I mean, I sound like a broken record here, but I did not race well today.
Yeah, I mean, you're right behind Carling's teammate, Timmy Bauer, who just broke his hand at did he break his hand at Salt Lake City too after this? Yeah, poor kid.
And that 13 right there, that's the overall Omnium leader, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, the Butcher Box crew's right in front of you too at this point.
Yeah, so I'm still in like decent position, but I'm just like hurting. Like now my heart rate is going up even more. I'm just like I can't find that extra
You're
gear.
Hurting, and everyone around you kind of realizes it, and you're starting to get swarmed. Yep. Unfortunately.
And you're gonna see some more of that here in the next couple of laps.
Oh,
there goes Ty Magner.
Yeah, Ty Magner, like it's no one's business.
Because we're going 34, and he passed me. He was probably going 38. So insane.
I love how they did the bike check for him at Tour of Oman, and on the flat stages, he was riding a 58 tooth outer.
Dude is strong.
The dude is strong.
Yeah, you saw him just come by me. I wasn't exaggerating. He's probably doing 38 coming past me. He ended up top 5, I think. Was he? Something like that.
Yeah, he was 4th, I think.
Yeah. So that would have been a nice wheel to jump on, but that is way outside of my physical capability at this point in the race.
Yeah, Ty got 5th. I mean,
here's Tyler Locke, by the way, too.
Yeah,
Well, he's
who
on my
also
wheel.
just had a
There he
really
goes.
bad crash at Salt Lake City too. Hope he's doing well. Super nice guy.
Yeah, he takes a ballsy line right there.
Yeah.
I'm on Cooper's wheel. It's like I keep telling myself at this point in the race, oh, you're still in it, Jeff. You're still in it. But Legion now is like has slowly increased the speed, and now it's like you can tell. Look, we're 35 miles an hour on this straight. This isn't a screaming tailwind either. This is like 35 miles an hour, and it's costing me 500 watts just to hold a wheel.
Yeah,
And,
you just saw a rider drop back out from the front to the left.
Oh, this is last lap.
Straight section. So you're going to see a lot of riders going back right now, but you're also going to see the pointy end of the things just going full gas.
Yeah, this is last lap, and I just need to pass this dude. This
Floyd's.
This Floyd's guy is letting a gap open up. I just need to pass him, but like I am frustrated.
There goes another Legion rider just dropping back. These are job's done.
Yep, job's done. They do their effort on the front, and here I'm doing 0 watts. Guys, never do this. This is me being an idiot. Never do this. I am giving up. I don't know why I gave up. We count how many people passed me. That's one already passed me. Here's another. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, God. The finish is in sight, Jeff.
8.
Just
I
pedal
know. What
your
am I
bike.
doing? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Something like 17, 18 riders passed me. And it's like I did the math. I could have been in the money on this race. Like, not by much, but it would have been something. And, like, I don't know. I was kicking myself to this day just for, like, finish the race, Jeff. Like, that was stupid of me. But
It could have paid for a in-flight drink on your...
No, dude, these races pay quite a bit. Like, even if you're, like, 24th or something, I think you get, like, a couple $100.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. But anyway, I decided to give up instead. Fun race, though, man. I don't regret flying out to Boise. I regret not racing better, but I had a blast. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. Gas Station Food Cyclist.
Thank you for having me.
Peace, dude. Catch you later.
We're going to get Justin up here to talk to us a little bit. We're going to be having